Why? Thanks for staying with us on News 360. A very good evening to you. Time now for us to talk business with me, Nanikia Mensah Brampa. Some updates coming from the Ministry of Finance on the eurobond, and the ministry says it is confident Ghana will not be forced to pay high interest for this year's eurobond issue. According to the ministry, the setting up of a sinking fund gives government leverage to negotiate for a better yield.
Government has dismissed reports that it has abandoned completely plans to issue the 2016 Eurobond. Early this month, the Finance Ministry halted plans to issue the fifth Eurobond to raise about $700 million because of concerns about pricing. Addressing the media to clarify government's position on the Eurobond issue, the Minister of Finance, Tekpe, said the creation of a sinking fund gives governments the room to suspend the process when there is the need to do so.
What we are doing is the same 250 million we didn't get in the bridge financing. We are now taking the 100 million plus 150 million of the 230 million, and if you add the two, you have the exact 250 million, which gives you the wherewithal to say that I can take off the 2017 bond, half of it, from my own resources and from my own strategies. And this is why the emphasis should shift towards the sinking fund.
Some financial analysts have warned Ghana's Eurobond issue will attract a coupon rate of more than 10.75% as paid last year. According to Tekpe, government will strike a good deal when market conditions normalize.
And you won't be forced. This is what we're saying, that you don't therefore have to go to the market at any price. So the rate can be 10.2% as dictated, or we did at 10.75. If the market say we can only do at 12, I'm saying that I don't have to do at 12% because I have $250 million US from the sinking fund.
Government has used $33 million of the sinking fund to already buy GOG securities on the secondary market.
Right, now let's move on to some other stories. Let's move on to Buankwa Inland and see what is coming up there, as the land for the inland port Buankwa project is now a grazing field for cattle. Initiated by the Ghana Shippers Authority and government in 2008, transportation of goods, and that is to and from neighboring landlocked countries, is also an effect on the land. Let's look at the story.
The development of the 400-acre plot, Buankwa Inland Port, near Kumasi, stalled after completion of the administration block. The project was to facilitate transportation of goods to neighboring landlocked countries like Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso. The only structure at the project site has portions deteriorating due to neglect. Some herdsmen have for the past 3 years found good pasture for their cattle at the site. The Buankwa Inland Port project involves the reconstruction of the 330-kilometer rail line. Government last year announced completion of negotiations with a group of investors to resume work on the port and the Eastern Railway line. But there is no sign of work starting anytime soon. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Dr. Ekospio Gabra, who visited the project site as part of his 4-day duty tour in the Ashanti region, reiterated government's commitment to reactivate the project.
This is an important element of Ghana's efforts to promote itself as a center for ECOWAS trade and for the distribution and for the logistics industry. And together, working with the Ministry of Finance and other government agencies, we'll have to look at the best way to get this port to be reactivated and to become an important element in Ghana's overall trading activities, and also to support the creation of jobs.
The project is intended to reduce the number of cargo trucks which ply the roads.
And that will do for the business segment tonight.